Now, Joint News investigations have revealed the local government and rural development ministry awarded a contract for the supply of 1 million waste bins under a certificate of urgency at the time that hundreds of the bins they had already purchased were wasting away at the same assemblies which were supposed to benefit. It simply means there was probably no need for the extra bins, or in the least, that need wasn't pressing to warrant the signing of a contract under a certificate of urgency. Manasseh Azuri-Awuni spends the last 9 months investigating what appears to be a deliberate ploy to defraud the state through the district assemblies, and now reports.
Make no mistake, this environment has nothing to do with sanitation or waste management. This premises is the district police headquarters in Chendere in the Krachin-Chumuru district of the Volta region. About 200 of these litter bins have been here since last year, and they were relocated here because the owner of the facility in which they were kept in Chendere town asked the assembly to find a place for them. Emmanuel Eduamwa is the environmental health officer of the Biakunya District Assembly of the Volta region. In 2015, that district was given 350 waste bins for distribution to households and government agencies. But 2 years on, the district has been able to distribute only 20% of that number. The rest of the litter bins, some of which are packed at the district community center in Nkonya, are cracking in the sun.
The issue is that it is affordability. It goes with some cost, and those who are supposed to take them, not all of them can afford the payment of a token of 15 cedis per month.
Biakunya is not the only district assembly that has problems distributing the waste bins, which were procured by the Ministry of Local Government and Rural Development for assemblies across the country. At the Tema Metropolitan Assembly, some of the waste bins are still left in the open. In the Volta region, I sighted and filmed piles of waste bins in South Dai District Assembly, Pando Municipal Assembly, Krachi East, Krachi West and Krachin-Chumuru District Assemblies. The waste bins in most of these districts are left in the sun and they are being destroyed by the weather. At the Northern Regional Coordinating Council in Tamale, there are bins packed under a tree. In the Upper East region, there are waste bins left in the open at the Bongo and Talensi District Assemblies at the time of my visit. At the old residency of the Upper West Regional Coordinating Council in Wa, a pile of litter bins left there for over 2 years is covered with weeds. The bins are left in the open and they are being destroyed by the harsh weather conditions. The Wa Municipal Assembly, which is a few meters away from here, has not been able to distribute some of the litter bins. There are hundreds of them left in the open at 2 separate locations, the residences of the Municipal Coordinating Director and the Municipal Finance Officer. The Wa Municipal Environmental Health Officer, George Arthur, says the municipality started the distribution through Zoom Lion.
When we supply people individually, like some of these political organs, former MCs had to give them, they were, whenever we go out on this our premises inspection, we see that some of them will pack them in the house and store in water. I was able to organize my environmental officer. We went to run all those people and we treat them back.
They were using it for water?
Yeah, they were using it for water.
Says there are about 500 waste bins left, but they are all broken because of the long exposure to the sun. Some of the assemblies, especially those in the rural areas, say their districts have no need for them. Apart from schools and a few government institutions, individuals prefer their own portable containers in which they can carry their refuse to the communal waste containers for dumping. In some of the districts, the residents who clamored for the litter bins were using them to store water. When the district assemblies realized this, they started perforating holes in them, so the residents stopped picking them. Another reason the well-established households do not scramble for the government waste bins is that some waste management companies also distribute free waste bins to residents and corporate entities, especially those in the urban areas. In Tamale, for instance, Jam Waste Management Service, a small waste management company, distributes free waste bins to residents were able to pay for the collection of their waste.
Actually, when we went into the agreement, we were offered the bins for free. Initially, I was asked personally how many would do for this place, and then I suggested one because I wanted to see how it would go. So upon doing some few business with them over some few months, I decided that there was the need for us to add an additional bin or two, and then that was how it was. And then we were given. Immediately we requested, we were provided, and then we started working with them.
Joy News investigation has revealed that the contract to produce and distribute these waste bins was awarded to Qualiplast Limited, one of Ghana's leading plastic manufacturers. The company was to produce 155,000 waste bins to the Ministry of Local Government and Rural Development for distribution. The ministry took delivery of 100,000 litre bins because the distribution centres at the assemblies were choked. While the ministry was still struggling to distribute the 100,000 waste bins and go for the remaining 55,000, the Minister of Local Government and Rural Development, Collins Dauda, awarded another contract to 5 subsidiaries of the Jospon Group to supply 1 million litre bins and 900,000 packs of bin liners. This contract was awarded based on a directive from the Office of the President. The critical question that remains to be answered is why the ministry would award a contract to procure 1 million waste bins when it has not been able to distribute the 100,000 waste bins it procured 2 years ago. For Joy News, Manasseh Azore Arena reporting.